the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Wilson on the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. Penny will try to punch it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On second down now, it's Connor. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready? Like 80.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. A deep ball for Dotson. He's got a man. Complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
And the Steelers.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. The quick slant caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Josh Doctson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Oh, good move. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
14.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll rifle this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and 11. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Bang out. Bam.
Hustle. 55.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Connor on 1st down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Seahawks take over.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Going for, and that's caught inside the 30. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's complete. It's Gordon. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
55 is my guy. 14.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friends.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Samuels. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. It would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go, 180.
54, no chance.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
95.
55.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A gain there of 21 yards. Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go, D.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's hauled in by Dodson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And he's got some space here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try to run it. This is counter. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Steps away, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll look to run with counter. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Connor on 1st down going to be stopped up as he'll lose about 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with counter. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Vannett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this is caught inside the 5. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they? Ever. Red zone, I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing is Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the...
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Alert!
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now, Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the...
And that's caught inside the 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, counter plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to Connor here on first. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be getting a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.